Another day, another story with your friendly AI lawyer. Facts. The Republic of the Philippines filed a petition for quo warranto against Chief Justice Maria Lourdes PA Sereno, alleging that she failed to regularly disclose her assets, liabilities, and net worth as a member of the career service prior to her appointment as an Associate Justice and later as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. The Republic seeks the nullification of her appointment, asserting that her failure to file the required disclosures and her failure to submit the same to the Judicial and Bar Council show that she is not possessed of proven integrity, demanded of every aspirant to the judiciary. The case involves the years of respondents' government employment and the SALNs filed by her and available on record. The Judicial and Bar Council required applicants for the position of Chief Justice to submit all previous sworn statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, SALNs, up to December 31, 2011 for those in government service, and only the SALN as of December 31, 2011 for those from the private sector. The JBC also required a waiver in favor of the JBC of the confidentiality of local and foreign bank accounts under the Bank Secrecy Law and Foreign Currency Deposits Act. The JBC extended the deadline for the submission of the lacking requirements to July 23, 2012, and the determination of whether a candidate has substantially complied with the requirements was delegated to the Executive Committee. Despite submitting only 3 SALNs, the respondent was listed as having complete requirements in a report prepared by the Office of the Administrative and Financial Services. The JBC proceeded to interview the candidates, including the respondent, who was later appointed as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Issues. The Republic argues that the respondent's failure to submit her SALNs as required by the Judicial and Bar Council, JBC, disqualifies her from being a candidate for the position of Chief Justice, as she has not proven her integrity, which is a requirement under the Constitution. The respondent argues that the Chief Justice may be ousted from office only by impeachment and that a petition for quo warranto may be filed before the regional trial court. This would result in a conundrum because a judge of lower court would have effectively exercised disciplinary power and administrative supervision over an official of the judiciary much higher in rank. In addition, it is contrary to Sections 6 and 11, Article 8 of the Constitution, which vests upon the Supreme Court disciplinary and administrative power over all courts and the personnel thereof. Ruling. The Supreme Court of the Philippines has allowed a direct invocation of its original jurisdiction to issue extraordinary writs in a case questioning the qualification of a member of the court. The court ruled that it has jurisdiction over the case, which challenges Sereno's right and title to the position of Chief Justice. Sereno counters that, as an impeachable officer, she may only be removed through impeachment by the Senate sitting as an impeachment court. The Supreme Court of the Philippines has granted a petition for quo warranto against Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno, finding her guilty of unlawfully holding and exercising the office of Chief Justice. The court declared the position of Chief Justice vacant and directed the Judicial and Bar Council to commence the application and nomination process. Respondent Sereno was ordered to show cause within 10 days why she should not be sanctioned for violating the Code of Professional Responsibility and the Code of Judicial Conduct for transgressing the sub judice rule and for casting aspersions and ill motives to the members of the Supreme Court. The decision is immediately executory without need of further action from the court. Discussion on legal doctrines applied. The use of quo warranto to remove an ineligible public official is allowed if the act or omission that renders the appointment or election invalid was committed prior to or at the time of appointment or election. The willful non-filing of a statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, SALN, is an indication of dishonesty, lack of probity, and lack of integrity. The sub judice rule restricts comments and disclosures pertaining to judicial proceedings to avoid prejudging the issue, influencing the court, or obstructing the administration of justice. In summary, the obligation to file SALNs is necessary for transparency and accountability, and non-compliance may result in disqualification to hold public office. Failure to file SALNs is a violation of the law and ethical standards for public officials and employees. and a judge who commits such violations cannot be deemed a person of proven integrity. The case involves the failure of public officials to file their SALNs, including the former Chief Justice of the Philippines, who was found ineligible for the position due to her failure to file her SALNs. The use of quo warranto to remove an ineligible public official is allowed if the act or omission that renders the appointment or election invalid was committed prior to or at the time of appointment or election. The sub judice rule restricts comments and disclosures pertaining to judicial proceedings to avoid prejudging the issue, influencing the court, or obstructing the administration of justice. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.